So that's Casual Podcasting Friday. Hello, welcome to episode number 50 of the Tasca Show. I'm your host, Tassos Pardalis. Today's episode is one of the special Friday episodes with the videos, since I started doing that a couple of weeks ago. This is the second Friday episode with a video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be slightly different though than the last one because I'm holding the phone for the video. The reason is because I was traveling to Edinburgh for a visit with a client for the project I'm working with the university, and I didn't take the camera with me, and then I came straight to the university because I had to continue working on a big assignment which I wish to submit and finish by Sunday night or Monday morning, and then I should have more flexible time for a lot of stuff. But since I try to commit this podcast, I'm trying my best. Now, one of the updates is that I was sick for a couple of days, so I lost productivity, but I managed to do at least a few things every day. And I took this, I don't really take medicines often, but this time I was full of mucus in my face, and I took this a medicine that the pharmacist gave me, and it was like, oh, I used it yesterday and it worked. And now I feel much better. It's interesting sometimes. Anyway, sorry for the camera work. My hands are getting tired. Let me see if I can put the camera over somewhere for the sake of the conversation. I manage. It's not a perfect angle, but it does the job for today. Now, what I want to say is that it's very tricky to record a video and an audio because I'm trying to do everything, the recording and of both the video and the audio, and think what I'm saying and the subject. So I hope it comes out properly, because last time I had some trouble with editing. I guess I will get better and better the more I do it. Now, today I was just to do a quick Friday podcast and video episode, which is basically about hustling. Everywhere you go on the web, there's this fashion trend thing about hustling. Everybody's like, you got to hustle, to hustle. I don't know, maybe Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. Maybe I should listen to this song later on or something. I don't know what the heck is going on with my mouth. Anyway, so you go on the web and it's kind of, you have to hustle, man, hustling is everything. And I think this kind of fashion kind of trend, it started because of people like Gary Vaynerchuk, yeah?
Hustle would be putting all your effort, making every minute count.
I think he's the most famous hustler, let's say, in the world. Now, Gary V is an amazing guy, yeah? He's an amazing entrepreneur, and his best skill is working hard. And of course, he's very smart on many things that he's doing, and the content and everything. He has an engaging talent and everything. But maybe hustling in this way is not for everyone. You know, maybe you want to hustle in slightly different ways. And what do I mean by that? Do we define hustling as just selling all the time, or being online all the time and doing videos all the time? Or do we define hustling as doing what we love to do, improving and doing something every day on that to improve and bring results? But we don't need to wake up every morning at 5 in the morning and
your hustle, your work ethic, your drive is not predicated on your zip code.
We can wake up at whatever, like 6 in the morning and finish work at 8 p.m. Yeah, that's one way to hustle. But in my opinion, hustling is just make sure that you want to build something for yourself and work for it systematically. And if you see the most successful YouTubers or creative people out there, like content creators, they create content constantly, but it doesn't mean they create every day. They create once a week, most of them. And then they do that for a while and they become better and better at doing this. And then after a while, they can add a second day on it and a third day on it a week. And because they start making money out of it, it makes more sense for them to spend more time on it. So hustling, when you don't have time and money, you cannot do hustling the way Gary Vee is doing it. You have to do it systematically and with a plan. As soon as you start making money from what you do, add to it, make more money. But don't start thinking, oh, I'm gonna make money straight away, I'm gonna hustle every day, that's how I'm gonna make money. No. In my opinion, you just do it systematically. As soon as you start making money, then you increase your efforts, your hustling on the activity that makes you the most money. But first of all, you have to start making this money. Now, right now, I'm actually hustling to finish with uni. This hustle this year is bringing me a good paid job, which I need in order to get back on my feet. Then I'm trying to hustle my best to do weekly 3 episodes of podcast and 1 video podcast a week. And I don't manage to do it consistently all the time, but at least I'm delivering content on a weekly basis, and I'm getting better at getting the consistency since I'm committed to myself and to you guys. And this is bringing thousands and thousands of dollars. I would like to thank you for that, actually. So that's on a personal note. That's the way I hustle. I started doing it because I love doing it, and now it brings me more ideas, and it brings a lot of downloads, and people are listening to the podcast. And I'm like, I don't get any reviews yet or any comments, which is okay, I guess. But I have episodes that are reaching more. They've reached already more than $700 each, some of the episodes, and I'm looking forward to more guests coming in and achieving this $1,000 milestone that I have for me next. And the next thing is to be invited to do talk somewhere, because what I want to bring is monologues and conversations with guests. But monologues mainly right now, since I don't have so many guests going on right now, to help you anywhere with curious minds and out there. If you have a curious mind and you want to do something, hopefully my monologues will just inspire you to check out things, inspire you to think about some things in a way. This kind of monologues hopefully brings some value to you guys, and that's kind of my hustle. I'm hustling to figure out how I'm going to transmit from a guy who just some memory issues on my phone. So because I started with monologues for me, but now it's transforming into monologues for you. So I hope I'll reach this level. Anyway, that's it for today. I don't want to go on talking more. I want you to find what you want to hustle for and how you're going to hustle for it. Don't burn yourself out if working so hard is not for you, but do find what you want to do and do it once a week until you see some outcomes out of it. That's what I'm saying. Redefine hustling. That's so. Remember that once again. Redefine hustling. Define it for you, not what you find on the internet. Think about it. Let me know what you think. How do you define hustling? Redefine it. And if you give me some nice ideas, I'll talk about them on the podcast. I'll give you a shout out. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I don't want to go on more with the monologue, and I hope you find it useful. If you are listening to this episode on YouTube, subscribe on a podcast site. I was just editing the video for today, and basically I recorded everything yesterday night, but because I slept over at my girlfriend's, she didn't want me to edit during the night in bed, so I get up doing the editing this morning. And the podcast episode, the audio only, is ready to go online. Now I want to finish editing the video as well, because as I commit to do the videos every Friday, and I'm just gonna end this video with a proper video from my DSLR, because as you saw during the video, I had a lot of challenges with memory on my phone. My phone is a 64 gigabytes kind of eternal memory phone, but it just ran out of memory, and it's horrible. And anyway, if you are listening to this episode, as I was saying earlier on, from YouTube, it's probably best for you to actually just check the Tasca Show on a podcast platform, on iTunes, on Podbean, on Stitchers, on Spotify. And now I'm starting to put some of the episodes on SoundCloud, but SoundCloud is I think I have limitations on this, on how many episodes I can put on every month. So I don't think I'm gonna be putting every episode on SoundCloud. At least not before I have extra money to invest on a new platform, because I already pay for Podbean. And that's actually part of the hustling for me, is to figure out how to monetize, or how to have a budget just for the podcast, which doesn't weigh on me over time. And I'm working on it slowly. Now, that's it for me today, guys. I'm not gonna go on monologuing anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think about hustling in the comments below. And if you are hustling, how do you hustle and what you hustle for? I would love to know. Until next week, guys, until Monday actually, have an awesome weekend, and I will see you, or you will listen to me on Monday with the next podcast episode, which is gonna be podcast episode 51. Bye bye.